Hello and Happy New Year to you. Did you miss us as much as we miss you? Yeah, you did. We are back with the very first episode of The World According to Gayle for, Shelby's back too, for 2024. I just think these are fun. Well, gotta tell you, I've already hit the ground running. The highlight of the year so far, vacationing in Hawaii, working the red carpet at the Golden Globes, and celebrating Oprah's 70th birthday. She feels good, she looks good. She didn't want to have a party. You know what she did on her birthday? She spent the day running on the beach. You go, Oprah. I think 70 hits different, but she's feeling great. There is a lot to look forward to in 2024, so stay tuned to see what we're all excited about this year. And we welcome you to The World According to Gayle. It's February, so you know that means love is in the air for some of y'all, and you know how much I love a good story. I'm a hopeless romantic. Babyface told me that once, the producer who writes the best love songs. He goes, Gayle, you're a hopeless romantic. Yes, I am. I also love a good book, and I found a bookstore named the Rip Bodice, that's what you gotta do, that's dedicated to the celebration of romance novels. So in honor of Valentine's Day that's coming up, we went all the way to Brooklyn to see what it was all about. Okay, Leah, the Rip Bodice. Tell me about the name, tell me about the store.
I own the store with my older sister, B, and we are both lifelong romance readers. And about 8, almost 9 years ago, we realized that there was no romance bookstore in the entire country.
Mm-hmm. And it's called the Rip Bodice. Why?
In the 70s and 80s, when historical romance novels started to get really popular, people would call them bodice rippers in generally a fairly derogatory way, as we were discussing, like, oh, those trashy bodice rippers, because they frequently featured a scene of someone literally ripping open a bodice, which, by the way, is very hard to do. They have a lot of ties and boning. It's actually really hard. And so we wanted to sort of take that term back for ourselves.
I want to know from you, what makes a good romance novel?
Great.
What is that?
Well, it depends on the person.
Yeah, but generally speaking, this is what I would like. I want to see something that's steamy, smart, and current. You have something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I have many things like that. So Rebecca Weatherspoon has a bunch of fantastic books to choose from. She has a series about modern Black cowboys in California. So the first one is called A Cowboy to Remember.
We already like this cover. That's another thing. Smart, steamy.
Steamy.
Nice if they have abs. Beards and bondage. I don't like bondage.
That one's going to be a little bit more on the erotic side of things. The cowboy
I like
is...
erotic, but do we have to be tied up?
No, you definitely don't, unless you want to.
Okay. Do you have a book that has a really steamy first line that you go, whoa?
Yes, but it's probably in the erotica section.
Oh, let's go there. We like erotica.
Follow me.
We like erotica as long as it's tasteful. Hate to Want You, Alicia Rye. Let's see how steamy she gets. Who cared about tomorrow? He was too inflamed to wonder about anything but the here and now, too excited to even consider this is a bad idea. He kissed her back as if he would die if he didn't get her mouth licking and sucking and memorizing the very taste of her. Hard, she scraped her nails over the back of his neck. Okay, she's going in. I have to tell you, it was worth the trip. And for our insiders on the West Coast, they have another location in LA, so we invite you to check it out. You will not be disappointed if you like a good love story, and who doesn't? 2 words, booked and busy. Who are we talking about? From headlining his own residency tour to headlining the halftime show at the Super Bowl. It's coming up this month. Usher, some say Usher, is the ultimate superstar, and he is certainly that. Now, the 8-time Grammy winner is releasing a new album. It's called Coming Home. This is his solo album since 2016, and he describes it as a love letter to the legacy and celebration of his career. Here's what he said that it means to him.
I've been coming home in a lot of different ways. It's the choice of music and reconnection to some of the people that I've worked with from my past, and I always wanted to work with writers that I've actually made hit #1 records with. In a sense, I'm coming home because I'm in that comfortable space.
Mm-hmm. I actually think Usher is comfortable in any space. What I also know is that we are all very comfortable wherever he is. He is fantastic. You can listen to the new album on February 9th. That's 2 days before the Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday, it's right around the corner. It started out with just 32 teams competing against each other, and now we're down to the final two, the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, which, by the way, their colors are both red and white. Go figure. I am so excited because I get to be in Vegas for the game because CBS is carrying it. And while I think I know a lot about football, I really do, my co-host at CBS Mornings, Nate Burleson, he is a former bona fide NFL player superstar. So I was thinking he's the best person to talk all things Super Bowl. Okay.
So we're ready for the athletes, the celebrities, the actors, all the
Usher,
influencers.
all of it.
Usher. So we're going to prepare for the Super Bowl just like the players will.
Okay.
All right, you ready to go?
Okay.
Which quarterback has won the most Super Bowls?
Tom Brady.
Look at you.
Is that
Okay,
true?
yeah. Which team has won the most Super Bowls? There's two. I'll take one.
The Patriots.
The Patriots. Ding, ding, ding. The Steelers was the other one. See, Gayle's on fire.
Okay.
All right. Which city has hosted the Super Bowl the most? Now you got to think about it.
Okay.
The NFL usually wants to go somewhere where it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Miami.
Look at you.
Is that right?
Okay. What position catches the ball? There's two positions on the offensive side of the ball that catches.
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know when the first Super Bowl was?
Well, this is 58. So 58 years ago.
Hey, Gayle, you killed it.
So this is the thing. So it's Kansas City and the 49ers.
That's right.
Now we're all excited because the Taylor factor also, you have all these different fans. But
course.
I just want a good football game.
Me too.
Okay.
I love the fact that Kansas City's in it because when a team is building a dynasty, we can say that we witnessed it.
Yes,
You know,
okay.
so now in our lifetime, we've seen a couple of them, the Patriots and now the Kansas City Chiefs. On the flip side, the 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant,
Yes.
the last pick
I
in the
love the
draft
story.
a couple of seasons
I love
ago.
the story.
That means he was never supposed to see the field, let alone lead his team to a Super Bowl. So
Mr.
either way,
Mr. Irrelevant ain't so irrelevant anymore. But
that's a fact.
I'm going to have to go with Kansas City because I anchored the news in Kansas City back in the day. My children have Kansas City roots. So I would never bet against Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to have to go with Kansas City.
She's spot on with that one.
Yeah, don't bet against
Don't
him,
bet
right?
against Patrick Mahomes. That's a fact.
Let's see.
You know your stuff. Look at you.
Because I sit next to you.
That's right. Oh, I thought it was because you was dating a football player.
No, because I sit next to you. I'm available. As you see, Nate Burleson got jokes. This is my football boyfriend. Cute, right? The Super Bowl, it hadn't gotten that bad, but this is him. The Super Bowl will take place at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Las Vegas on February 11th. And I'm very proud to tell you, you can watch it on CBS, stream it live on Paramount Plus. I'll be there in Vegas. Look for me. Head to the comments and let us know which team you think will take home the championship ring. You know who also loves a good romance? Jennifer Lopez, talking to you. You remember her album, This Is Me Then, from the early 2000s? Well, guess what? She's back in 2024. It's a sequel. Guess what it's called? This Is Me, Now. What do they both have in common? They are dedicated to Bennifer, her epic romance with actor Ben Affleck, who, by the way, is now her husband. You all know that. This is her first studio album in a decade and will be accompanied by an Amazon Prime original film starring J-Lo herself. This Is Me Now, a love story. She describes it as a musical reimagining of her love life throughout the years and the public scrutiny surrounding it.
Not all love stories have a happy ending.
Time's up. Let's pick this back up next week.
I just wanna.
What are you guys doing here?
We think you might be a sex addict.
Every time I see ya.
What?
Maybe.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
Third time's the charm? This guy don't stand a chance.
I wonder how many takes they had to do on that, because that's a whole lot of dancing. But we know Jennifer Lopez can dance. Did you see how star-studded it was? I saw Fat Joe, Hey Joe, and Derek Huff. That's just a few that I saw. But some of the other stars you didn't see in that trailer include Keke Palmer, Trevor Noah, and of course, Ben, who's also a co-writer on this project. Both the album and the film come out on February 16th. Boy, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Didn't you have fun? Because time has flown, and that's all we have for this episode. Be sure to click the subscribe button for more of The World According to Gayle. Don't you want more of this? As I say at the end of every Zoom, leaving meeting, click.